Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you are watching from. Finally, the Synagogue Church of Christ for All Nations, Synagogue Church of All Nations founded by T.B. Joshua, has replied or reacted to BBC's report. According to the Church Public Affairs Director on Monday, they said the documentary was unfounded. People featured in the documentary were unknown to the church, to them. BBC went and hired certain people. It was more like a film. They went and hired certain people, and they came out to be giving testimonies. And if you look at it, I'm not saying it's the fact or not, but such is possible. And many have asked, why wasn't this documentary released while he was alive? And in a forum, some people said because of the powers behind the church, that it could be suppressed easily. So they didn't release it. That was what some people said, that it will be easy to be crushed because of the man behind it. Okay, not the man behind the documentary, but the man that the documentary is attempting to expose is very powerful, according to them. And this is not coming from BBC. This is coming from an angle. People were discussing, why wasn't this particular video released? So, still reacting, the church said it was an attempt to discredit the ministry of Prophet T.B. Joshua, who is now late. Of course, in case you don't know, T.B. Joshua is late. It was said that certain things were happening in his church for a very long while. And people were not having an opportunity to testify or say, this is what is wrong. So in reacting to this particular story, the person in charge, director of public affairs, has said BBC deviated from what true journalism ethics should be. It was more of a fictional element and propaganda. That is not how journalism is practiced. There is no fairness in the reports. It was as if it was just targeted at discrediting him. In that documentary, T.B. Joshua was accused of rape. A lot of rapes went in the church. People were tortured, members traumatized. And these people have no way of getting out or exposing what has been happening. Of course, the fact is that, like several courts and several evil organizations in the name of church, things like this have been happening and are still happening as we speak. But I think the case of T.B. Joshua is that it could be that this happened. Now, we're not here to judge, but we want to maintain that such a thing is possible, but we don't know the truth. But there is a question somebody raised, that the daughter also confessed. That one is shocking. You wonder why she would come out and confess. Is she truly T.B. Joshua's daughter? We had the mother of the particular lady is not around. We don't know whether she is dead or, I don't know. But they said the lady grew in that premises. I think Ikotu Ebwe, where the church is. The lady grew in that premises. And if truly that was T.B. Joshua's daughter, and she grew there under, special watch, under certain cautions, she said, according to the lady, that there were certain things her father, that is TB Joshua, was afraid of. He doesn't want these things to get out there. So, do you think somebody who has appeared as TB Joshua's daughter and have not seen other people contest it that she isn't TB Joshua's daughter, do you think she will just come out and in a kind of situation like this oppose her parents? Or this is like damaging. This BBC's expository is damaging. Do you think she will just get involved in the whole thing, in the attempt at discrediting his late father? Look at it properly. I have checked it, that she's part of the exposition. So, meanwhile, the church has reacted to that and they are saying nothing like that happened. Who should we believe? And what do you think? Part of the BBC's documentary was an old video we have seen before. A particular pastor who has worked there, he came in as normally as a member. Before you know it, I think he had something to do with Ghana. Maybe he was asked to go to Ghana, establish the church. That was part of the expository. The videos tendered by BBC. So what do you think? Is TB Joshua not really who he is? But another thing, why is this documentary coming at the same time? And it's also coinciding with the Emmanuel's TV departure on DSTV channel. There are many questions to answer. A lot of men of God has come out and said it's an attempt at ridiculing a great prophet. Yes, many did not believe the story. Many are still doubtful. They said it's cooked up. And let me tell you, anything is possible. It can be cooked up. It might be true. And we're not here to say whether it's true or not. Looking at this from the Christian angle, they say, by their fruits they are known. If you are a member of the Christian Assembly, you belong to the Evangel, you could be able to discern. There was a time TB Joshua was having problem with the Nigerian Pentecostal Association, Christian Association of Nigeria. They are saying his kind of practice is not in line with the norms, with what they know. So what do you think about that? And there was a time Pastor Chris Okotie had problems with him. It started with Oyakilome in same crusade with TB Joshua, and they performed miracles together. He laid his hand, TB Joshua laid his hand on him. And the other pastors were like, Chris Oyakilome, are you associating yourself with this man that is seen as demonic? Before you know it, Christian Association of Nigeria invited Oyakilome. Meanwhile, Oyakilome did not respond to the invitation. They went to his church. He shut them out. And that was when they were having problems with Oyakilome. I remember a time a lady from one of these West African countries came to Nigeria. And she named several churches, including those ones that see themselves as true Pentecostal churches, including Redeem. She made certain revelations and asked them to correct themselves. He mentioned choosing, he mentioned synagogue church. This was while TB Joshua was alive. He said those churches should close. He didn't say the Redeemed Christian Church of God should close, but he said there are certain things that are wrong, even with winners. He said there are certain things that are wrong. She even mentioned Deeper Life. He said, know all your pastors. Was talking to Kumui. And she said, within some years, this is not coming up again. This was around 2013, 2014. She said, within some years, people will see that he gave, specifically TB Joshua, he gave them time. You know, she was speaking as if she has a divine revelation from God. He said he gave them time for them to quit or face judgment. Does it mean finally the judgment came, or TB Joshua left at the time he was supposed to leave? What do you think? This is where we round up on this short video. Please share this video widely. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye-bye for now.